Hello, church. Happy fall day here in November. It is good to be able to shoot this video in our amphitheater. So beautiful, as you can see, leaves turning colors. Just gorgeous, a gorgeous place to be, and thankful to the Lord that we have such a beautiful campus that we can enjoy each Sunday morning, but also I get to enjoy it during the week as well. So just wanted to come to you and with a couple of things. First of all, just reflecting on this year. We're actually getting close to the end of the year, like 6 or 7 weeks left, and we'll be in 2021. And once again, amazing how fast time goes. Of course, this year seems like it's drug on way too long, but it's just a reality, right, of time, and it continues to progress. But because we're getting close to the end of the year, that means we're getting close to our annual celebration as a church. And if you'll remember last year, we kind of changed our annual meeting into an annual celebration and still did some business, but also made it mostly about celebrating what God's been doing in our life and through our church for the last year. And so that's coming up on December, second Sunday in December. I think it's the 13th. We are planning on doing that. It might be on the 12th. We have still trying to figure out the exact date, but that is going to be coming up. It's going to be obviously different than what we did last year because of a lot of different reasons and the season that we're in. But what I do want to be the same is I want to once again celebrate what God has been doing. Now, it might be kind of strange. You think about all of the chaos that we've experienced this year with the pandemic and the racial tensions, political tensions, all the stuff that's been going on. It might be harder, it seemed like, maybe to find where God is at work or the blessings that come from that. But I think we can do it. Just in my own personal life, I recall back in May, my youngest daughter getting married. And even though it wasn't the big celebration that we had hoped for, as far as with lots of people there, it still was a sweet, sweet time, and just a privilege to be able to give my daughter away to a great guy named Nate, and also just to be able to see them as they continue to develop their relationship. And it's exciting times, good stuff. I also remember in the summer, Debbie and I got to go and spend a long weekend with the Comerics in Napa Valley, and it was such a great time just to get away and just to enjoy each other's company and friendship, but also enjoy God's creation and the different things that are around our state and around this location where we live. And so that was sweet. So there's been lots of blessings in the church as well, and as God has continued to provide for us both financially, but also we've seen new families been coming. The fact that we've got our amphitheater, we're able to do services all summer long in our amphitheater. These are all amazing blessings of how God has been just caring for us. And so I have lots of reasons to be blessed and to be able to see how God has been caring for me personally, but also caring for us as a church. And so I just want to ask you once again that you would take the time to share those stories with me. And I want to get some of these stories before we get to our annual celebration. So a couple of ways you can do that. I'm going to include in this What's Brewing email, there'll be a questionnaire for just some basic questions for you to go through and answer if you'd like, and then email those answers to those questions to me so that I can hear some of your stories, read about some of your stories. But also, I'd love it if you'd do a 2 or 3 minute video like this video right here, just sharing and talking about what God's been doing in your life, right, in your family's life. Where have you seen God at work? What are the blessings that you've experienced in the midst of this chaotic year? This is going to be a great time to celebrate the greatness of God. I'm reminded of the Israelites, right? And how they're in the desert, right? I mean, what a horrible place to be, right? I mean, they're struggling for food, struggling for water, but look at all the amazing miracles and blessings that they experienced during that time. How God miraculously was caring for them in different ways, including just the manna every day, getting out and being fed that way, water from rock. I mean, the pillar of fire and the pillar of cloud. Amazing what God was doing. And so I feel like God's doing the same thing for us in the midst of this chaotic year, that He is doing miraculous and beautiful and powerful things. And so I want to hear those stories so that we can, when we come together for that annual celebration, we can celebrate together. Not just what God has done in our life individually, but how He's done that corporately, how He's been interacting with other people, so that we can, just celebrate that together. 1 Corinthians 12 says that, we need to mourn when other parts of the body are mourning, but we also need to celebrate when parts of our body are celebrating. celebrating. And so that's what the annual celebration is all about. It's about getting together to celebrate what God's been doing in each one of our lives. And so just please encourage you, send me a 2-minute, 3-minute video just explaining really quickly what God has been doing in your life this year. Or send me an email where you can write that out. I want to be able to hear those stories so that we can talk about that and we can celebrate that at our annual celebration this year. All right. Second thing I wanted to just briefly mention, as well, as you probably know by now, our county has moved into the purple tier. We did this a couple of weeks ago for just a few days, and then we got a little bit of a variance from the state, and so we're able to stay in that red tier. But now, because the cases have continued to be high, we are going to move into the purple tier. And so, as we had said a couple of weeks ago via a letter I sent out, we are going to continue to meet on campus in person for in-person services. So just encourage you, if you want to come out and join us on Sunday mornings, we'll have service at 9 and 11. And again, giving you lots of options for wherever you may feel comfortable, whether it's on the patio, sitting outside and enjoying the service from there, or whether it be in the fellowship hall or in the sanctuary. They're all going to be open. Laura will be here leading worship, and I'll be here, preaching a second message on my Good Citizens series. I'll be looking into freedom and what is freedom, what's biblical freedom, and what does that look like. And so that'll be this week. So hopefully you can join us in some way, because even if you can't be here on campus, we are going to continue, of course, to have our online service as well. So that'll be up and ready to be viewed by 2 p.m. on Sunday afternoon. And so there's lots of options for the way you can engage with us in worship, and we hope that you will continue to do so. It's been, like I say, a wild year, but it's been a good year. And God's been active. He's been involved. And so let's celebrate that together. Share some of those stories with me. And then on Sunday morning, if you're available, come on out. We'd love to see you either here in person or online. Either way, may the Lord continue to unite our hearts together. Even when we're not in the same room, may we still feel united together. May we still feel the Holy Spirit moving and working in our own lives, but also in our congregation, that He would be glorified, that He would get all the credit, that He would be worshiped in our life and in our church by everything that we do and everything that we say. All right, church. I love you guys. Again, great time of year. Looking forward to just enjoying another Sunday with you in worship in some way, online or in person. And send me your stories, video or email. Send me your stories of God's goodness so that we can just have a great celebration in December together. All right. Have a great weekend, church. See you again soon.